Hello, welcome to my island, Macchiato. It is, well, the main theme is Narnian. There was also a non-Narnian, so without further ado, here we go. So I designed it in such a way where um, when people enter, you immediately go through the wardrobe. And as you can see, when you get in, see, it's a working wardrobe. um, we're not gonna change. You're gonna go through some coats and all, just like the movie. And then, look, the lampstand. It's right there. So you get the full Narnian experience. And the rest of this spot right here is just a dense forest. You can really get lost in the woods kind of feel. It's really better at night, but the daytime works because that's also how Queen Lucy got into Narnia. As you can see, that this one is an homage to the apples that Queen Susan and I guess his name's Trumpkin shot the in Prince Caspian. So I purposely put it there. Anyway, let's move on. See one more look at the apples. Okay, so let's go down to the beach. A lot of stuff here. Okay, because I wanna. All right, so that's also my homage to Trumpkin, the dwarf. It's there's a lot here too, and I wanna. Before we move forward, I also wanna show you guys what my secret beach. Alright, so whenever I have visitors over and I'm not ready to interact with them, I just hide over here. It will be their job to look for me if they can find me. Anyway, go back to the forest and show you guys the rest. It's gonna take me a bit of time because I made my island as inconvenient as possible. So it feels bigger than it is. Anyway, let's go up here. I actually also built a dragon as an homage to the dragon skeleton that you find in the Voyage of the Dawn Treader. So I had a lot of references, so thank you if you like it. Not much up there, so we're not gonna go there. And this is the great river where Lucy almost drowned at the beginning of Lion and Witch in the Wardrobe. As you can see, you also have to hopscotch to the main part of the island. And down here is one of my best works so far. The cracked stone table of Aslan, where Aslan died. I used tables to make it, or to keep it, to keep it cracked. Yeah, just like in the movies, it never repaired. And let's see. Before we get to the rest of the island, I also want to show you guys up top. Let's see. Hold on. Which one do I? Okay. So in the books, Aslan's country was described as mountains of trees and flowers. So this is where I put all my flowers. So it's basically also my own personal cereal garden. All the flowers are there. All the hard work of breeding flowers is there. And here is also another secret part of the island where it's the dragon's treasure. So don't take anything, or otherwise you'll turn into a dragon, just like how Eustace did in Voyage of Dawn Treader. So many homages to Narnia. Alright, down here you will see the witch's snow wand, if you remember Prince Caspian. And that being said, I turned the museum into the witch's house. Frozen animals are around here as I could, but that's also her sleigh, so to make it make sense. And up here, okay, so there's also a lot of picnics there, and here is a personal pun. It's a meteor shower. Thank you for laughing. I also littered around a lot of picturesque photos. Oh, okay, so that is Father Christmas's sleigh. I made sure to put around a lot of picturesque photos, especially, or places, I mean, where you can basically take pictures with. And Narnia doesn't have a living chess set, but this is my island, so I just put the living chess set because it makes sense. And I worked hard on it, so thank you. Alright, so here, this is an homage to Aslan's table, Voyage of the Dawn Treader, where they ate a lot of food. Alright, I'm not gonna talk to her. Alright, and more picturesque scenes here. I made it a point to where if anybody's visiting, we can basically take pictures everywhere, however we want. Lots of places to have picnics. Alright, up here is one of my proudest creations, and my favorite, by the way. Welcome to Cair Paravel. So I made it a point to arrange them the way they arranged the books. So boys to the left, girls to the right. You also have Queen Susan's bow and High King Peter's sword. If you look to the right, that's my best attempt at Queen Lucy's vial, the healing potion. So I took a lot of time to make sure it looked as Narnian and as medieval as possible. And lots of gold, lots of also another picturesque scene. But we're not really gonna go into the villages. I riddled this part with the village, and Narnia also makes sense because there's lots of talking animals. And here at the top is where I live. So this is basically where my house is located. I also made a makeshift bridge, as you can see. Lots of stuff from Pinterest. Thank you, Pinterest. And YouTube for giving me inspiration. Alright. Okay. We're not really gonna get into we're short in time. Anyway, I want to show you guys the least Narnian part of my island now. So like I said, it's as inconvenient. I made it as inconvenient as possible, so it's not exactly a walk in the park. So if you guys know that that Animal Crossing, that this is my one of my proudest moments. As you can see, Pokemon fans, please clap. People put rock gardens all the time. I made it into a Pokemon Stadium because it just makes sense. And if you see the faces there, I also made it a point to put my Animal Crossing friends' faces there to traumatize them because they're my friends. So please add me, guys. I also took a lot of liberties into doing a lot of the landscaping. Very proud moments here. Took time there too. And then finally, we have resident services. Quite the entrance, as you can see. I made sure to try to make everything make sense. And well, I guess that's it. I guess that's my island. Goose is actually my very first villager. I had to let Agnes go, but I kept Goose. No, we're not gonna do that favor. You're gonna give her something stupid, and she's gonna end up wearing it permanently. No, thank you. We're just gonna take it. Yeah, take care too, Goose. Love you. Don't ever leave my island. Alright, so I guess that concludes the tour of my island. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I put up I'm gonna send you guys the dream code so that you can visit anytime you want. It's virtually unchanged, most of it anyway. I have to double check that, but you know, dream code's available. Enjoy. Thank you for having me.